ultimate in high-fidelity music listening and home recording pleasure within the reach of everyone.
A famous member of the P***SSY Posse was frequently on set. DiCaprio was fondly remembered by his older co-stars on Growing Pains. Alan Thicke had only good things to say about the future celebrity, as did Joanna Kerns. However, Kerns remembers that Leo's friends were often present during filming. She mentions Tobey Maguire by name. She told EW, "They were always on set. They always looked like they were in trouble or had been in trouble, and were talking about it." Tobey and Leo were the founding members of the so-called the P***SSY Posse, a group of young actors who were known to cause trouble in Hollywood. They were spotted throwing grapes and garbage at passers-by, and they once drunkenly propositioned a reporter. Other lesser-known members of the group were Lucas Haas and Kevin Connolly. Bruce Willis almost got the role of Dr. Seaver over Alan Thicke. ABC debuted two big-name shows in 1985, Growing Pains and Moonlighting. They were seeking a leading man for both shows, and Bruce Willis was at the top of their list. Alan Thicke, however, was coming off a failed late-night show, and he was concerned about the longevity of his career, so he tentatively tossed his hat into the ring. In an interview with People, Thicke says he showed up to an audition for Growing Pains, and the showrunners told him to kiss Joanna Kerns, the future Mrs. Seaver, to see if they had chemistry. The pair hit it off, and the rest is history. An executive producer was convicted on child pornography charges. In 2010, Stephen Marshall was sentenced to 7.5 years in prison for the distribution of child pornography. According to the New York Post, authorities found proof that he sent and received pornographic images of children. He also engaged in conversations that detailed child abduction, bondage, rape, and murder. The conviction is obviously troubling in and of itself, but it's even more disturbing that he worked closely with a cast that featured many minors. He received more than the 5-year minimum sentence because of the nature of the pictures and language used in chat rooms. Thicke and Kerns briefly considered dating as they were both recently divorced. Alan Thicke and Joanna Kerns walked onto the set of Growing Pains. There was chemistry between the pair from the get-go, but apparently it wasn't just for the cameras. Thicke told HuffPost that the two actually considered dating, but decided to keep it platonic for the sake of maintaining a healthy working relationship. Cameron's future wife replaced Julie McCullough. Not only did Cameron successfully have Julie McCullough kicked off the show, but in her final episode she left Cameron's character Mike Seaver at the altar, making her look like the bad guy. Mike then got a new love interest, Kate MacDonald, played by Chelsea Noble. Cameron and Noble ended up marrying and are still together. The two actually met on Full House, where Cameron made a guest appearance thanks to his sister Candace Cameron Bure, who starred on the show as DJ. Candace made reciprocal guest appearances on Growing Pains. Gold attributes her eating disorder in part to the show. Before the showrunners sent Gold home to receive treatment for anorexia, they penned fat jokes at her expense. In the beginning of season 4, both of her on-screen brothers had lines teasing her about her weight, as did Dr. Seaver Alan Thicke. He offered Carol a plate of food, withdrew it, and laughed at her weight, which was a healthy 135 pounds at the time. Gold begged the producers not to air the episode, but they did anyway. Hypocritically, they suspended her from the show to seek treatment for her eating disorder later that season. Actor Andrew Koenig committed suicide in 2010 after a long battle with depression. Andrew Koenig was reported missing by friends and family on February 18, 2010. When Lance Mixio, an old friend of the actor, spoke to ABC News, he detailed Koenig's long struggle with depression, as well as his concerns about Koenig's mental state. Just a few days later, Koenig's body was found hanging from a tree in Vancouver, Canada, in an apparent suicide. Mixio said that the Growing Pains star didn't like being remembered solely for his role on the show. Alan Thicke helped Leo pick up girls. In an interview with the Washington Post, Alan Thicke reminisces about his young co-star, saying, "He's socially conscious. He's a crusader for things he believes in. He puts his money where his mouth is. He's the real thing." He remembers a specific incident in which he taught Leo a thing or two about the birds and the bees. According to Thicke, DiCaprio saw a cute girl from the wardrobe department on the set of Growing Pains, but he was apprehensive about approaching her. He asked Thicke how he could get her number, and Thicke informed him that there was a contact sheet posted on the wall with everybody's information. "I was very helpful that way. I'm sure he feels he owes most of his adult social life to that tip," joked Thicke. Jeremy Miller was not thrilled about Leo's presence. Jeremy Miller admitted to Oprah that the addition of Leonardo DiCaprio to the show peeved him. "There was a little bit of competition there," he said. "It bothered me that the network felt it was necessary to bring him in rather than focusing on my character, who had now grown up and could now take over for Mike as the rapscallion. That was a little weird." Despite being frustrated as a kid, Miller says he doesn't hold anything against Leo. Cameron's beliefs caused a rift between him and the other cast members. Cameron found God and married on-screen love interest Chelsea Noble. He became a man on a mission to erase anything unholy from Growing Pains. Unfortunately, his newfound purpose caused some real friction among him and his co-stars. They went from being close friends to no longer inviting one another to personal events, such as weddings. Cameron later explained that he regretted not communicating to the cast why he only wanted his family at his wedding. "I shifted my focus from 100% on the show to 100% on my new life, and left 0% on the show and even the friendships that were a part of it," said Cameron. Everyone else remained close. Cameron became an outsider, removing himself from their lives in a seemingly abrupt and hurtful manner. Gold's battle with anorexia ultimately forced her to take a break from the series. Gold's battle with anorexia ultimately forced her to take a break from the series. Cameron's Christian crusade heavily affected the show.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care. Bye.